Yeah, the injury update is very clear. It's totally not an advantage for us as a club, as a brand. What happened in the near past, but we can only repeat. Fact is that nobody from the injury list, we can all mention the names, Manyama, Matoro, Ngobo, Happy Mashiama, whatever, we can continue. Nobody is coming back. Nobody is prepared for this game going in. In the moment, I'm quite happy that players like Rama, Filani Sulu, and some other guys came back from a long-term injuries, that they are getting better and better. Reef Rosler, good, was a bit disturbed, let's say like this, got invited for the camp. I would have loved to see him here. I would have loved to see him here working on his intensity, what he has to do. But okay, in the end he was sent home with a reason. I would say we could have discussed it before the invitation was done. But good, we will prepare ourselves, going with the right mentality into it, show the right attitude, and I think that will be crucial with the players we have. There is enough potential.
Ernst, you've mentioned communication from the national teams. Are you getting communication late on call-ups?
From who?
From the national teams when you get call-ups.
I actually no. I have no line. I go to watch whenever it is possible the qualifier Angola against South Africa on evening here in Witz. I'm there, I'm around. I greet the president, Mr. Danny Jordan, have a short chat. Coaches around, all from the national team, and I'm not in contact with communication. Obviously, that's not my part. That's a part of the Football Association. If they want to have a chat with the national team coach, the Olympic coach, the under-20 World Cup coach, the under-17 coach, whoever it is, at any time, welcome. If they want an impression from my side, they can at any time get an opinion, but there is no communication.
No, I mean communication when they make call-ups.
No.
I think you said they make communication late about players.
No. I have no communication. It's not about talking late or early or whatever. I get papers, I get information that the players are invited, and that's it.
Okay.
Quite interesting. Nigeria, Janat Roa is in direct contact. That shows me there is a little bit of a different approach.
In terms of Bruce's follow-up coach, are you pleased with what he experienced in Tunisia?
Good. Decision is done by the head coach. There is obviously a certain approach. Yeah, it's fine for Bruce, it's fine for his experience. I only have to chat now with him. At this time you get a lot of new friends, you get a lot of new interest from brothers, uncles, new friends coming to the market, and then probably you get carried away. For him it's now important to keep his feet on the ground, don't fly around and catching butterflies. Make sure you are solid and you are concentrated to your job, and that's the most important stuff. Otherwise, don't have to comment which players are getting invited or not. It's good for him. He had a good experience. Yeah, that's all, and I'm very happy that he's back, not having any injuries, and that's important for me just now.
You've been preparing him for this game in previous matches. Content that is right up there for this game of Egypt.
Again, I think it's a very. We had a situation before our game Derby Orlando Pirates where we were in a situation. So now you have to decide as a coach. Now you have to decide what are you doing in this round. Are you taking the risk? And I made a very clear decision to say no. I spoke to him. I said you will be probably in a good run to be the #1 in future here at Chiefs, what I have seen so far. But knowing that we hardly had complete weeks, the only week before The derby, where we had 8 or 9 days preparing for the 9th of February, was the only one, and I couldn't see him playing in games. I couldn't see him in test games. I couldn't see him at all, and we made a very clear decision to say no. We have to find a solution now. Let's prepare him properly over the weeks in a training session, and of course, then you have a game like this, and another decision has to be made. Even of course, everybody inside is saying, "Hey, coach, you take a risk, bring him in. If he gets injured against Maritzburg, if he gets injured over there, you are in a difficult situation regarding." But good, that is we have to decide. That is so far in preparation for this game. I think it was necessary. You can't say, okay, you train a little bit more. No, I'm very happy that he had this game times, that he proved himself, building up his confidence and being well prepared for such a game. I hope it's sold out, what I hear from the numbers, and I think it's a very interesting one, and he is prepared. Definitely what happened now in his last 4 weeks, it's quasi like a dream for him, therefore it's important to mention again and again. Stay on your feet, don't catch butterflies, don't be with new friends. You will be surprised what's coming, and that's the most important stuff, that he has to get his attitude right.
And you keep mentioning the new friends, coach. What do you mean? You keep mentioning the new friends.
Yeah. Your family members never called you, all of a sudden they call you again. You don't even know that you have an uncle in Limpopo. You have brothers, you have seen them last time when you finished school, 5 years ago. You get agents, they post already on social media congratulations, and dominating already the social media, presenting the player more or less as their own client. Although the market is crazy. And this now, can you imagine? You are coming all of a sudden from nowhere. You come into this spotlight. It's normal that we have to mentor this type of players. We have to talk with these players. And thanks God we have a good communication here inside, and with Lee Baxter, definitely somebody who is capable to know exactly what we mean.
This qualification for the AFCON, I remember in 2017 when we failed to qualify for the World Cup. There might have been a 2-week period where there was barely a goal scored in the league. I don't know if there's a link, but I think qualifying for the AFCON should be a formality for South Africa, but it's not anymore. But I think it lifts players, it motivates the entire league and the coaches and the clubs.
What are we thinking? Automatically, you have Egypt, you have Tunisia, you have Senegal, you have Ghana,
but there's 2014,
Nigeria, you have whatever. Of course, what is really, now tell me, in the end of a qualification, Nigeria have 13 points and South Africa have 12 points. What are we talking about? It's a very clear, structured qualification, and we can't sit there and say, we are here in this moment and it should be done after 2 games, we should have already 14 points. It's impossible. So now be a little bit more humble. And I think, and I mentioned it immediately, it's a huge parameter for progress. It's a huge parameter what you send with a qualification, not only to players like Rama, even Kuhne wants to be part of it, doing everything to be prepared. I don't know if it will be time enough for him, but other players like Daniel Cardoso coming in first time, he wants to keep being part of this, and something you have to work for. Young players, I saw some young players like Singh, like Weber, unfortunately not playing regularly in Supersport, a very talented, qualified midfielder, for being part of AFCON, for qualifying in future, for having a target going to Qatar for World Cup, and. That's so immense, and we have to understand, as a PSL, as a club, as a brand, and as a PSL, we have to understand we need a functional, very good national team qualifying for all these big tournaments. And I think the PSL have shown under the leadership of Matto a huge step to convince the teams like Kaizer Chiefs and Supersport and other teams really to give the national team, and Stuart Baxter mentioned it several times, another 2 days preparing, and I think that's crucial too. And that's the way how it should be, cooperating between PSL and SAFA to give the real platform, the real tool to be well prepared and to have the best of the best what can be done.
against Cape Town City, coach? Is it tough keeping the players focused on this game alone rather than thinking about the fact that the club hasn't won a cup in 4 years?
Are you really expecting that this past history, what happened here, that it is part of my preparing the team for this game in Nelspruit against Cape Town City?
In terms of how the players speak, they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves to win a trophy.
Yeah, but why should I be busy with providing numbers or years back? Why should I do this? It's not, therefore, this question is already not relevant for me. We prepare ourselves and we have a quarter-final and we can go to the semi-final. And I said it just downstairs. If a coach is saying, there's no pressure, listen, believe me, that's absolutely nonsense. If you don't have pressure, feeling the pressure, if you don't have the adrenaline to do your job with passion on a 100% level, representing a brand with the players together in such a game, sold out Nedbank, and you talking about you don't have pressure, you don't feel pressure, go home and sell insurance or do something else.
The tickets that are almost sold out, if not sold out already now. For you, is this the vote of confidence that you are getting from the people, especially from that side? Especially ahead of
no, it shows the players should really be proud of it. Everybody, Cape Town City players and Kaizer Chiefs players, the teams, both brands should be proud of it to make it happen. That you have a sold out, and I am quite sure on Saturday there will be people running around on the market to get tickets for the Sunday game, and I think that's a huge compliment up front already that everybody is expecting. And I said it downstairs. The last 8 PSL games. First is Cape Town City. Second is Supersport United with 16 points, and third is Kaizer Chiefs. The last 8 PSL games with 15 points. Now, considering a total new approach here, Cape Town City and Supersport working since the beginning of the season with the same and build up and produce something over pre-season and then. We have not had this opportunity, and you know our issues in certain moments why we have not 5 or 6 points more. I don't have to repeat it, but I think this is already an indication that this game must and will be definitely something special.
Everyone will predict an expensive game from Cape Town City, a very tight game from Chiefs, the way the teams have been playing, but you've been known to have some surprises in the way you play.
I found it quite interesting again and again that people are talking about it's difficult to play Kaizer Chiefs because they always come with a new approach. A new approach, I'm not talking about formation. Formation is just a static setup, nothing else. And if you ask what the difference between formation and system, most of people cannot even talk about what it is, even on the coach's side. System is just the dynamic. You have a setup, and now talk about what are you expecting from your wingbacks, what are you expecting from your fullbacks. More defensive, more attacking, and then you have players, they all attacking, they're all defenders. Please guys, in these days you need and Henrik Eckstein doing a fantastic attacking job, but we have cohesive defensive, and you need each and everybody if you want to be successful on Cape Town City side and on our side here. It's very, very important that everybody understands in these days. You can't say, I don't have anything to do if we have not the ball position. I'm not part of my work with the team. No, the team works cohesive, attacking, defending. And now, one parameter, and that's very important for the future, one parameter for each and everybody who has to be identified here, it will surprise you a little bit, is goal scoring. Not only regarding the position striker, no. If you bring a defender in, ask, is he anyhow helpful in terms of goal scoring, in terms of set pieces? Can he do something? In terms of a midfielder? how far can he be used in attacking? Is he dangerous? Does he score goals? Is he able to score goals, to make distance shots, to take finishing from the side, just to tap in and having distance shot ability? That's what you have to do. You can't leave it out, and that tells you on the same time how is a player working in being a striker, how is he working in his defensive work. Is he able to close passing lines? Is he able to be part of the team, or does he ignore each and everybody? So, and that's what it is. And I think it's very good. And back to Cape Town City, they have a similar. They have a fantastic. I'm very happy to hear this. That it's not a one-man show. Not here. We have a fantastic department in terms of coaching with Sean, with analytic stuff with Mark Davey. Sorry, I couldn't release him for the national team going to Libya at this time because there was a lot of work to do, as you can imagine. And it was very, very crucial for each and everybody. And the technical team here is very qualified, and the technical team on Cape Town City with Ryan Jacobs, with the assistant coach, and so on. They know exactly what to do, and they are very detailed, not only on our side, to go in details, the passing combination, in which direction. I can tell you exactly the numbers of passing from the goalkeeper to the centre back, in which direction. I can tell you exactly it's 14 and it's 15, and an end. And that tells you we are busy in details and knowing exactly, and they are doing the same.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah.